actually really excited with this.
Okay, so here we go. We're loading into Dorado, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting into the game. Thank God. I'm going to be occupying half the screen, actually. It's very rare that my face is on screen while casting, so this could be very interesting. But we're loaded onto Dorado, of course, a very interesting map. Lots of close games on this one. It goes in and out of the meta every now and then. This one should be a lot of fun. We can already see picks coming out here. I don't imagine 6 AM are going to be sticking with the picks they've got so far, and particularly... Shit, my hotkeys. My hotkeys aren't set up. Ah! Okay, I'm going to do that now.
No, because I'm on a different account right now either. Oh, no.
Okay. Quick. Why isn't that working? Why aren't my F buttons doing that? Spectate. Yeah, they should be working. Oh, it's because it's still in assemble your heroes. That's why. There we go. I can do my fancy moving around. There we go. We're looking at the defensive team coming out. Are they going to be running the defensive Sombra? Surely not. No, they're not. There we go. We do see Artie swapping onto the Soldier 76. Definitely a Soldier main himself. Pretty strong on the heroes hit scan. It looks pretty reliable this season, so I'm hoping to see some good stuff out of him.
The fear is when you have a Mercy and an Anna on defense as your supports, the attacking team, the Scrubs, can be really ballsy and go for the Winston. And considering they don't have a Roadhog, they don't really have much option to sort of clear up with it. Like, not having a Lucio on the defense when being dived on is dangerous because you have no form of disengage. So, but both teams, I think, are really going to go for fairly straightforward standard lineups. And for really straightforward synergy as well. You got the Zarya, the Pharmacy. All of this should be really good. But
I think I'm going to start us off here on Mistronomus. Let's see what he can look for. They instantly spot out the enemy fire as well, starting to make progress on the play. They're going to try and get around that corner. Actually, Zeta, I think, going for the early knockback, decides against it. I think he's took some damage there, so we're going to go back on board to try and get onto Mist. He's hunting down on the Mercy at the moment, trying to get that little bit of poking, just doesn't quite find it yet.
Yeah, it's a straightforward sort of attack for the Scrubs so far. Pink Bowser's got the shield up, taking a lot of damage onto it already, but I think this is where 6 AM have the advantage here. Once that shield goes down...
And an early pick coming out from Astronomos. Gets onto the Mercy. That's a lot of healing removed already. We also have Zeta over the top, landing some shots, but no! Taken out by P. Clark. Brought low there. Hunting down kills now. They're all a little bit caught in the choke point there. Down goes Pink Bowser as well. Shield just drops dangerously low, and that lets P. Clark start to get some cleanup happening. Zenyatta got to run for his life. He might not be too long for this one. Might just makes it. Only just does. Oh my god, Astronomos is so low. Can he get out? Can he get out? Yes, he does. Barely making it out alive.
Yeah, this is what I was about to say with the focus fight. It was easy to break down the Reinhardt shield there and just clear up everybody behind it. And this is the worst possible place to be stuck when going up against this team. We saw OWC struggle here as well. It's going to take more than just try to push through this choke. It's not going to be that straightforward.
And for the next fight, they've really got to watch out. Artie's going to be ready and raring to go. We've seen him go on flanks before, but there we go. We do have the Dragon Blade. Can he get anything? Gets himself one. We've got Mistronomus looking for even more. He's looking for more. Can't quite find it yet, but that doesn't mean that there's not kills happening. Zeta picking up kills. He drops the barrage even, finding even more damage. And this looks like a clean push through right now for the OAM Scrubs as the payload does start rolling towards point one.
You always assume that when Mist pulls out that ult that he's just going to kill everything, but it was more the overflow that seemed to happen. Everybody turned to focus on Mist. Setix was allowed to just sort of fly over, deal a load of damage. Very good positioning for an ult by Clark, but just too little too late, really. But this defense, nice straightforward. They're playing where they should be, but there's so much flair on this attacking team that it's going to be really difficult to just contain it.
Zeta almost ready to go with another barrage. He could be looking to go up and over very shortly. Could be hunting for a couple of kills himself as the payload does start rolling forward. It looks like they're just trying to poke down the barrier where they can, trying to get that little bit of damage. And now here we go, Zeta in position. Will he go for anything? No, he's just tried to go for the conk blast. Didn't manage to knock anyone down. He's been powered up, but he's not quite in position just yet. Dropping down, drops the barrage. Can he get anything? No, he just gets put to sleep. Ladies and gents, down he goes, but he gets woken up instantly. Still dealing a lot of hurt sights now coming out from Artie. What can he find? Shooting down off color, dangerously low. Down he goes. Iris picking up 2 kills, 3 kills so far. There goes the stun as well. Labata charging in, finds a tank, takes them out, and this is looking good for 6 amongst many. They're going to hold on this second point right now.
There was always the risk there that there was so much fighting on the high ground, the payload was moving quite a lot, but eventually their attention was focused to the Reinhardt and co. on the payload. Artie was able to just clear everybody out. And real sort of good use of ults, but they only have their defensive ults now with the res and the nano boost. Meanwhile, Mist is raring to go with his ult, I feel.
Yeah, Miss is going to be good to go. That said, he's going to have to try and get on top of the Mercy. And also they have a Transcendence ready and waiting for him, so they could be able to catch him out with that. We see a Chaz going in. Miss is actually backing off, trying to get back to the high ground, so we're going to wing round on the fight. We do see the whole hog coming out. It's going to break that. There goes Mr. Anonymous. Let's get on board with him, see what he can find. Trying to hunt down the kills. Doesn't quite find anything yet. Again, he's just being a big distraction while Zed is still doing a lot of damage. There we go. Iris taking him down. Also got Zeta on the back foot. He's hiding away. Can't quite find the angles he's looking for and will be hunted down here. Zeta has to run. Can he get away? I think he might just do it. I think he's just snuck out.
I think they're starting to get used to 6 AM. The fear of Mist. I feel that's mostly it. Like, Mist is a very good player, and I think they're sort of overcomplicating it in their heads. But that was a really sort of able to deal with it. Nice evasion by the team to get away from Mist. The Mercy did go down, but it wasn't enough to actually trouble them. And again, they're in a prime position here. They've been listening to the coaching of many because they're stood in a perfect position to deal with any oncoming force.
Lobata's just fallen down. This could spell a little bit of disaster. Although Zeta dropping dangerously low. We do see a sleep dart on the ground. There's the Graviton though. Where is it landed? Hasn't really catching anyone. There's the Transcendence with the Rocket Barrage going into it. P. Clark not quite finding the damage he needs. That said, we still got to watch out for this man. He's got him in his sight. Zeta nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from this. Soldier 76 gets himself 1 kill. Hunting for even more at the moment. Can't quite get past the big bulky Roadhog with the healing boost on him. Will just survive that little bit longer in the fight. He does have now off gullet in his sights. Can he get rid of the Anna? Not quite, but they're all being pushed back so far. They cannot keep fighting at the moment. They're so low. They've got to run away, and it looks like 6 amongst many holding on the second point. They still got 3 minutes 20 to do it though. Can they hold?
For a team that don't have a Lucio, their movement 6 AM is pretty on point. Being able to just sort of pincer a lot of the attacks, being able to sort of bully them into the bank and attack them from both sides was really good play by them. It was a really good ult as well by Tech Human on the payload to actually save Arcafor from dying there. And it's really difficult to get these end ults going on attack, but it just wasn't really enough to put through.
And here goes the Earthshatter. Everyone's just caught on the floor. This is easy clean up now for P. Clark. We also see an Anubis going on Labata. She's a bit out of position though. I don't think she'll be able to find too much there, but it doesn't matter. Iris and P. Clark definitely shelling out all of the damage. There we go. Daniela launches into the air. Down he goes. Off color puts a healing dart into him, but it's too little too late for that Omnic as he's already gone down. This is looking super good for 6 amongst many. They're holding this high ground really well. That said, I'm looking at the OAM scrubs and they have 5 ultimates ready to go.
I think they're going to put a lot of pressure on themselves. They still have quite a bit of time. It's not as if there's 1 minute left to go, but it seems that we're going to get the synergy now. I don't know if that was meant to be the ult that they were looking for, but if 6AM are clever enough, they'll just stay on the high ground and just see this out for now. A
rare mistake from Miss, where he's drawn the Dragon Blade and then just kind of stood around with it, not doing too much. That said, OAM scrubs did sort of back off there. Oh my god, the Earthshadow was on point. Farah drops out the sky though, no real follow-up there. Looks like Mr. Random was a bit out of position there, maybe arguing with his own team members as he didn't quite get the ultimate combo he wanted there. A little bit of descent creeping in, no follow-up on the Earthshadow, and it looks like everyone's about to go down. Now let's see, we do have P. Clark raining death from above. He's still doing a lot of damage. He's got to be a bit careful that Mist doesn't get onto him. It's been cited in the past that apparently Mist can run rings around people, but it looks like P. Clark's having no problem with it at all so far, just spamming away. 6 AM still holding, 1 minute 40 on the clock, ladies and gents, and it looks like it's going their way.
Labata's doing really well to contain a team that is full of heroes. Well, when Mist was on the Genji at least, you know, the Genji can sort of flank, cause problems behind. You've got the anti-heal, you've got the hook from Roadhog, which is now a diva, and she's just able to sort of, you know, keep her calm and just deal with all of this pressure. The fact that she's going toe-to-toe with a Roadhog there and actually surviving is good play by her, but not also great play by Arcafor, who should be really punishing how close Labata was getting.
Hanzo in position, looking for picks, has to back away. Zari's just pushing him off, but Jimmy doesn't have a barrier left. Looks like they're ready to drop down. That said, we've got a Hanzo versus Soldier 76 duel on the front, but meanwhile, we've got a Graviton Surge catches absolutely everyone. P. Clark cleaning up on the low ground, ladies and gentlemen, picking up himself a triple kill there. It's just poor Diva left, and I think Hanzo's got to run Diva broken out of her shell. This is definitely going to be a staggered kill, and time is not something on OAM Scrub's time. They're definitely not running, on their side even, rather. They're definitely not running the tracer there as they only have 30 seconds left on the clock and they've got to make something happen now.
Good play by Jimmy to actually be able to synergize the Graviton Surge with the rest of the team. The bat came in like a bowling ball and just pierced through everybody there. But it's not easy. You see a lot of pros being able to just throw these synergies with Grav together, but it's not that straightforward.
That said, we got Zeta cleaning up one kill, instantly taking down the Pharah. That's been such a big problem for them so far. That said, they're really taking this courtyard area, but the payload is not moving. They have to go underneath to try and get that. And now we have Iris coming in from the high ground. He does have everyone in his sights. Not quite finding the kills just yet. Sound barrier does go down, keeps them a little bit safe. Earthshatter also catching most of the team there. Mr. Anonymous dropping dangerously on the opposite side. Can't do much. There goes the Dragons, finding absolutely no one. Dragons going on a little bit of a scenic tour there. Let's get back on board with P. Clark as he rains justice from above, ladies and gents. Rez also coming out there, picks up a few people. Can they get even more kills off the back of this? Payload's getting dangerously near. Is that a boost, yo? I see. Yes, it is. Tech Human getting the boost. Can he find the kills? It looks like he actually put some good damage into the Reinhardt there. They're keeping it contested a little while longer just now. Miranda trying to stay alive on the point. We're on board with Tech Human for some reason. Let's swap off onto someone a little bit more high impact here. Iris actually getting the nano boost there, keeping everyone alive. There is the Graviton. Is this what they need to clean up? Is this what they need to finish it off? No, the payload actually gets in. It just makes it through. They moved off it just enough for the payload to get there. So 2 more minutes for the OAM scrubs to push this forward.
It was really good pressure, actually, by Mist's ult to push the team back, and it was just really a mess. Again, we saw this with the OWC game of just an absolute mud fight between the two teams. Neither died, and it was a good ult by Jimmy. It was a bit scary to be ulting into a D.Va, especially when she had a defense matrix. But again, it just, nobody really sort of died. It was a good res by Sea Surfer to keep people in the fight to the start of it. But again, it was just trying to clear people off the point. Like a virus
on such a good flanking position. Has the Dragon ready? This is so dangerous for a Dragon to come out. He does put it down, gets lots of damage done, no real kills, but meanwhile is the team pushing forward. Let's find out. Mist actually gets the Ana. That's a huge loss. That's a lot of healing gone. The payload is also running forward. Zeta on it right now, just keeping it up and running. Can Iris find the angle he needs maybe to get this tactical visor out to get a lot of kills? He's in a good position. There he goes. He drops the visor. He's on top of our color. Down she goes, trying to get the Lucio. He manages to speed away, but it's too little too late for the D.Va, as she's going to get cut down. And I think Lucio might actually be stuck in the enemy team as well. This is not a good position for him. Tech Human, can you escape? Can you get out, my man? Can you jump on these walls fast enough? Can you wall right out? Yes, it looks like they're letting him go.
There was an element of panicking from 6am here, especially when that Dragon came in. So many, including Labata, kind of just fell to the ground, and we've gone over why the high ground is here. You might want to pause the game, because I think Artie has actually disconnected.
I don't know.
He's back.
I don't know the pause hotkey on this fucking thing. Options, controls, pause.
Hyris Gosu. Hyris.
Yeah, Hyris. Nice, because I haven't got it configured. Oh, Jesus. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's too little too late. I need to configure that. Oh my god, that Earthshadow was absolutely beautiful. Catches absolutely everyone. P. Clark with the easiest cleanup of his life, ladies and gentlemen. Gets himself a 4K there. That's it. Mr. Anonymous coming back, picking up the kills he needs with the scatter arrow. Takes out the Pharah. Can he get even more though? It's just 1 versus 4. Iris shelling damage from above as well. Down he goes. Labata picks up the kill, and cleanup is no problem at the moment for 6am. Just poor Lucio left, and down he's going to go there. Looks like the disconnect didn't cause them too much issue.
Artie was just able to get away with so much there. He was the cool guy constantly by having 6am wins. Is this not competitive rules?
This should be competitive. Oh shit. Oops.
But anyway, my point being that Artie spent so much time on the ground, that on the high ground even, that he wasn't really being contested, especially when you have a D.Va on your team. You want to make sure that you've got him in your back pocket, but there was so much pressure trying to get that payload to move, especially towards the end, that focus kind of drifted from the scrub team a little bit, and it was quite easy for 6am to clear up, especially uncontested. Soldier on the high ground, being left to do whatever he wants, similar to a Widow. It's just not going to end well.
I'm just double checking what the hotkey is for pause on this account. There we go, I have it. Show lobby. Back to lobby. Our team swapped. Yeah, I need to swap manually. There we go.
Hopefully people enjoyed that.
Yeah, it seems people are happy, and we've got a resub as well just at the end there. Noxvice saying, whoop whoop, thank you, Noxvice. Oh, I can fix that as well. That's actually one reason why they don't use team names in tournaments.
Yeah, it flips around.
Okay. And off we go. Oh god, that was my bad. Good thing it's not an actual tournament.
At least it wasn't like a 100k tournament or whatever.
Then I'd have everything already set up, I think. And you sometimes have a producer for those, which is nice. Welcome back to Dorado. So, a lot to answer, a lot to do actually. That's actually a pretty good push. I mean, they got it all the way to the third point, just to the bridge. So they basically have to equal that, and that's not going to be easy. Because there's a lot of places on Dorado where you can get...
with OWC.
Yeah, pretty much.
The same position.
Consistency pays off, I guess. If they can hold this, I will be impressed. It will... I mean, it's not impossible. Dorado's got a lot of sticking points, and we saw, like, 6am held the second point for absolutely ages. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the OAM scrubs can manage here on their defense and see if they can just keep them at bay for long enough to hold out. Looks like
the
nothing...
big worry on defense is there's no hit scan, for sure. Like, it's having the Pharaoh Widow on defense, similar sort of thing, that it's just a bit too weak on the ground. I think this is what we had when we were on defense as well. Just having the body of a team being able to deal with the constant influx, I suppose, and aggression that will come from 6am here. Again, quite an unconventional team. I would like to see a Winston in this lineup instead of a Ryan. I think that'd be then it's pretty much dive, I suppose. But yeah, it's unconventional, a bit unorthodox. But if anybody's going to make this work out, the two teams, it's 6am, and the scrubs need to be on their toes here. Otherwise, this could be a very quick round.
Yeah, we're jumping on board with P. Clark just to see what this Widowmaker can find in the opening. Mist might be suspicious that this is coming, and Mist is definitely going to make his life pretty difficult. He's looking for the fire. They instantly spot it out. Zeta, knowing that this might be coming, he might be stream sniping a little bit. The dirty bastard, if he is, he definitely deserves a slap on the wrist for that. Let's jump on board with Mist, see what Mist can find. Mist is actually pulled all the way back, playing very, very carefully. So this is giving a lot of space for the 6am team to start pushing forward. Reinhardt's barrier is definitely dropping low there. He's definitely not got too much of it. There we go. P. Clark dropping dangerously low on the backline there. Mist forced to run though as the Discord orb does go on. If he does get called out and gets hunted down and killed, doesn't quite get the wall climb. Genji just falling off and gets picked off there, no problem. Artie now shelling out damage on the barrier. Barrier goes down by Pink Bowser. Pink Bowser getting a little bit caught out there, gets stunned, gets slept, gets killed and picked up, and this is just a huge breach now. Iris hunting down the Mercy. Can he find the kill? Not quite yet, just putting a lot of damage on her, a lot of pressure coming in on this angle. Down she goes, and that's all the healing except for this poor Lucio who's a bit overworked and a bit strained out right now. No real problem there. Zeta not going to survive too long. Everything's now on Mist's shoulders. Can Mr. Animus hold it for too much longer? I don't think so. I think he's going to be forced to run away. Yes, he is. He's just going to back off and let them take that first point.
Labata, I feel, was crying out for a Lucio on this team. The speed boost there would have just been nice clear up to clear out people in front. But it's always nice to know that after the massive conversation we had about Dorado with the coach and the many, Labata's doing a really good job of, you know, keeping her shield health pretty high. She was pushed for the choke with like 1.9, 1.8k shield when Pink Bowser was just, you know, slept, instantly killed, and then it was, you know, open season for the picks of a Widowmaker, Artie on the Soldier. It was just a nice aggressive push for them now, and
I really want to praise
really
Artie here, because he like used that little delay to really get into a good position and managed to actually really catch Mist out as he tried to dive onto P. Clark. So great work by Artie there, just using that little bit of downtime to position himself accordingly. Got to the high ground nice and early and actually started shelling out a lot of damage very quickly. So real good play coming out of 6am there. They're starting to really make a lot of headway here. Payload dipping under the bridge. Something's got to happen very, very soon. Maybe coming out of Mist, he's almost ready to go here. Gonna have the Dragon Blade ready, he's drawn it. Can he find the kills? Those sights also coming out. He's trying to get rid of this Annabeg. It's cut down by Ares. Artie just getting kill after kill. So much space for him here, no real problems. That said, the res does actually come out, picks up a lot of people. Transcendence keeping the fight going. Zeta on the high ground. Can he try and duel with his rival? And Solid 76 here. Hits against dueling out. Meanwhile, we do have the Earth Shadow on the point as well. Labata gets the nano boost. Hunting down off color. Takes her down. No problem. This Reinhardt just leading the charge, ladies and gentlemen, as the payload just rolls on forward. It's almost made it. And nothing is going to stop 6am getting into the third point.
Labata's target prioritization was spot on there. Tech Human was in between two minds of running away from a nano-boosted Reinhardt, which he probably should have done, or contesting the payload. He chose the latter and ended up dying pretty quickly. Again, we saw this with OWC. 6am just forcing the engage. They left it so late for them to actually jump down onto the point of the fight that 6am had the advantage there. They had a Transcendence, that they did use, it stalled out, but it's just comfortable for 6am because they are dictating when and where they fight, and the defending team have to be a little bit more aggressive here and need to go, right, we're fighting on our terms now.
They've got to fight now because the payload's almost reached the end point where they need to actually contest this. And P. Clark getting an excellent early kill and miss. Oh my god, Off Color gets knocked over into the backline. She's not going to be long for this well. Down she goes. Payload rolls through, I think, to pretty much equalize where it ended up last time. I think this is a clear victory right now for 6am as they do get picked up in the Graviton, are held in location, but that might be too little too late in terms of official winners here, but we're going to let them play it out anyway, just to see how this game rounds up. But it's looking real good for 6am here. I think they definitely were the winners, getting the payload further than their opponents. Let's see if they can clutch it the entire way. I think it's only a matter of time, judging by how these teams have been playing so far.
Yeah, they're opted for the double hit scan now. Mist wants to end it. I think you can play it out. Doesn't really matter, I suppose, either way. But again, this is what I mean, like, the team was so bare on the ground with damage that even though you had two very good, very Flare-esque heroes of the Pharah and a Mist, with Zetex and Mist, respectively, it just wasn't enough with this death balls that 6am are running. And you see this right now, they're just completely killing people. Straightforward ult for Artie, who's, you know, the cool guy, has the high ground. Nothing's going to stop him from being up there. You've got all these ults going on. He's just doing whatever he wants. And Clark is just taking advantage of the craziness that's going on.
Absolutely no problem at all there for Artie just to go in and clean up. I do definitely want to highlight that Labata, I think, is a much more experienced and well-versed Reinhardt player than Pink Bowser. So it was a very difficult matchup for Pink Bowser. I think thrown into the deep end there is an apt way of phrasing it. Labata picking up play of the game, though. I think she played really well this match. Definitely forced the door open on many, many occasions. Got some good Earth Shatters as seen here. Manages to catch absolutely everyone. Nano Boost goes on during the charge. Perfect timing on that as well. Scoops up Off Colored, and then poor Tech Human left with no good choice here. Has to either try and run or try and get to the payload to stop it. And of course, you're not going to get past like a 500-pound glowing electrified Reinhardt. Well played there. Play 6 amongst many.
10k damage blocked with how quick that round was. Again, to sort of show, like, everybody goes through this experience as a Reinhardt, myself included. There's always a bigger fish. When you go up against a much more experienced and prolific Reinhardt, it shows the most. That's why we spoke a lot about it with Hansi and Labata with coaching and many, because there's a lot that you can sort of go with there. It was a very sort of struggling performance because it's really difficult to play Reinhardt at this level, especially when there's so much focused fire. It was tense by Little Pink Bowser, but that's where everybody starts with Reinhardt, unfortunately. Overall, I thought both teams did really well, but 6am just looking like a stronger, tighter unit, of course, because they've played so much together.
Yeah, definitely. The experience showing, well, they have won the first Overwatch, the first one amongst many invitational prize money, of course, going to the casters for our hard work enduring and setting up this game. So all the prize money does go to us, of course. Well deserved there, Ryan. Congratulations. We have won the tournament. It feels pretty good. Hopefully you enjoyed that. There we go. Caster mode done. Let's go back to streaming mode.